Welcome back to Daily with Nate. I'm Nate Ridgway, your personal performance coach, and today we're going to talk about the law of empowerment. The law of empowerment says that only a secure leader can give power to others. Now, many years ago, I followed a leader, and this was a person who felt like they were really a great, strong leader, loved to pat themselves on the back, said a lot of the right things out of their mouth. But as I began to follow that leadership, I started to notice that this particular leader oftentimes would put down people who were previously a part of the leadership team. Didn't have a lot of good things to say about people from the past. I also started to notice that when people who were on the team who had wisdom would try to give wisdom to this leader, it was oftentimes just pushed to the wayside, not used at all. Sometimes, even as a collective group, we would come to a decision, we would put it to vote, we would make a choice, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, this leader would then publicly make an announcement that we were going the complete opposite direction that all of the wisdom collectively at the table had decided upon. And so I also noticed that this particular leader did not do a very good job of empowering the other people who had leadership potential around him and allowing them to just thrive in their lane and do the thing that he had brought them to the table to do. And so it was a really frustrating it was a really frustrating situation for all the people at the table. And as I look back on that now in reflection, I noticed that there was a certain lid he was never able to break through. And in thinking that he was high-minded, that he was big, he was actually keeping himself and the entire organization very small. So some really important questions that you can ask yourself. I would say number one, how do you characterize yourself? John Maxwell asked these questions. How do you characterize yourself in the area of self-worth? I personally, looking back on that situation now, understand that that leader had a lot of internal challenges and probably was dealing with a lot of self-perception issues. And sometimes a person who is dealing with self-perception issues can kind of flaunt themselves as if they're confident when really inside they lack confidence a lot of times. And so how do you characterize yourself with regard to your self-worth and your self-confidence? Number two, are you someone who believes in people? Can you learn to believe in people even if they don't maybe do things to the level that you would do them? Can they do things to a good level? Sometimes we don't need people to do it exactly the way that we would do it. We just need them to do it with good, positive results. And so are you the kind of leader who can believe in people and then speak life into them to help them to even grow to the next level? And then lastly, I would say, is it like if your natural inclination is to build power and to hold on to power, then you've got some internal work to do. You're going to have to learn how to relinquish some power to other people who are skilled and good around you, right? The last video, the last lesson, we actually talked about that law of inner circle. So hopefully you've surrounded your people that have got some good gifts and skills and talents, and they're positive, and you picked them, right? They're your leadership team. And so when you do, trust them, have some confidence in them. That can be hard to do if somewhere deep inside you lack confidence in yourself. And so in this law of empowerment, personally, I believe that if a leader is failing with regard to the law of empowerment, it's probably because there's some inner work that needs to be done. So just take some time to think about it. And if that's true about you, it's okay. Just get committed to the path of doing that work so that you can be the kind of leader that has confidence in others and empowers others to go and do the great things that they want to do as well. And I'll tell you what, it will make your team appreciate you so much more when you're a calm, self-confident woman or man who has confidence in the people that are working alongside you. If you got value from this, make sure you hit the like button, drop me a comment. I read every single one of them and try to respond. And of course, hit that subscribe button here on the YouTube channel. It means so much to me. And all of your activity lets other people know that come along, hey, there are people that are getting value from what Nate has to say. I'll take the time to watch as well. So I promise you, every like, every comment, every share, all of it, it really does matter. Thank you so much.